Listen, you got to stop telling everybody your business because it could be a setup. What am I talking about? I'm about to explain it. Let's get into this video.
Welcome to the Get Right with God podcast with Jamar Grimsley, where we're all a work in progress. Nobody has their life all the way together. We're all trying to get right with God.
Listen, you got to stop telling everybody what it is that you are doing. It could be a setup. Oh, let me say that again. I say you got to stop telling everybody what it is that you are doing because it could be a setup. Now, what am I talking about? You guys, I'm talking about telling people about what it is that you have planned, right? Telling people about what it is that God has given you to do, right? Telling people about those business ideas, telling people about those places that you plan on going, telling people about those things that you plan on doing, right? And why do I say it could be a setup, child of God? It could be a setup because the whole plan of the enemy is to kill, steal, and destroy by whatever means that he can. By whatever means that he can, child of God. By whatever means that he can. So if he got to use a monitoring spirit to find out what it is that you're doing so that he can come against that thing, then that's what he's going to do. If he got to use a family member or a friend or somebody that seems to be a friend that comes in your life as a stranger or someone that comes back into your life from the past, he's going to use that person. That's what he's going to do. And especially if you are a child of God, if you are called, there is a target on your back. You got to stop telling everybody what it is that you are doing because it could be a setup. Now, do we know that the enemy's plan, right? His whole ministry is to kill, it is to steal, and it is to destroy, right? But when God gives us a plan, when God gives us an idea, when God gives us a download, he doesn't expect for you to just go ahead and tell everybody and talk about it with everybody. No. And I know out of excitement, you guys, because I have been there, out of excitement, you happy about what God is doing in your life, right? So you telling people, not knowing that maybe God is not doing anything in this person's life. So now what happens is you done sparked up the spirit of jealousy. Now this person is jealous, they envious, they're not going to say it. They go, oh, I'm so happy for you. But like I say, nothing is going on in their lives. And when that's happening, what happens again is this person, they'll begin to hate on you. They'll begin to talk bad about it, right? Behind your back, but they'll come in your face and they'll tell you how proud they are of you. Am I speaking to somebody today on this video? You got to stop telling everybody what it is that you have planned because it could be a setup. You guys, I haven't been on here in a while, right? It's been almost 2 weeks or something like that. But do you not know I went to Nigeria, right? I did a 3 nights revival, did the assignment, and I came back, right? And so I wasn't talking about it. I was not telling everybody what it is that I had planned. Right? Sometimes you got to work this thing out. Let it just be you and God, you and God, you and God. You don't have to tell everybody what it is that you have planned. And what I found out about this trip, you guys, right, is this thing worked out nicely. It worked out nicely. But I've learned that when I tell people stuff, when I begin to talk too much and I begin to tell people everything that what I got planned, even out of excitement, what happens is, you guys, and I know that some of you guys have probably experienced this, but have you ever had something in your mind to do, right? And you so excited and you so happy about this thing and you just ready to jump into it. But this is a download, or this is something that God has given you to do, right? But you go and tell everybody. You go and tell everybody, oh, I got this new job. I'm about to do this. Oh, I'm about to start this new business. Even I'm about to get into this relationship. Do you not know you have people in your life that are waiting on you to tell them who it is that you plan on going out with, right? So that they can hate on you and go out with that person first. Find out who you got a crush on. I'm just saying, you guys, I'm just saying, right? So a lot of times when we do that, you guys, what happens is now this thing that you told everybody about, sometimes it just does not manifest. Sometimes it just does not happen, right? And you wonder why you were so interested in it at first, and why, you was so hungry to do this thing. And all of a sudden you forgot about the thing, and it's not even on your mind. You're not even doing it. You're not even doing it. But you're doing something else now, not knowing that very thing that you was excited about was something that God put in your mind to do, maybe to take your life to another level. But because you talked about it so much, the devil came and stole it, right? The Bible says that the devil, right, that he roams around as a roaring lion, looking for someone to devour, right? He's looking for someone to devour, right? So who is he looking for to devour? He's looking for that person that talks too much. Are y'all hearing this, right? The word devour, right? It means to eat up hungrily, right? It means to consume destructively or to consume recklessly, meaning the devil is not going to play with you, right? He's going to be reckless. He's going to be destructive with it. He's going to eat up everything that he can, everything that you tell him. He's going to attack that thing. And his plan is to destroy it. Remember, his ministry, kill, steal, and destroy. So that very idea, that very thing that God is giving you to do, because you talked about it so much, child of God, the devil heard it. He said, okay, I know exactly what to attack now, right? I know exactly what to attack now. But why? It's because we spoke too much. We spoke too much, right? The Bible tells us to be swift to hear, but slow to speak. Meaning, I'm not going to just talk. I'm going to be slow to speak, but I'm listening. But a lot of times we fast to speak and slow to hear, right? No. Sometimes you got to keep your mouth closed. And first of all, everybody is not happy for you. Everybody is not happy for you, right? Everybody's not even happy for you. But then sometimes what happens is the devil will send someone into your life to find out what it is that you're doing, that the enemy can see that you have a light and that you have a great destiny. There's a great assignment. There's something ahead of you. You are carrying something, and the devil can see that. So he has his eye on you, right? So he can see that you are destined for greatness, right? So he'll send somebody into your life to seem like they are a friend, and to seem like this person really wants to help you, to seem like this person wants to partner with you, but you didn't pray about it, right? But what this person came in from the enemy, and they came in to sabotage what it is that you have planned, right? Many times, you ever been on the phone with somebody, or you just talking to somebody and you just start divulging and you just start telling people, you just start talking. But this person that the enemy sent into your life to find out what it is that you're doing, or even a friend or somebody, he could use them to monitor you, right? To find out what you're doing so that he can come against that thing and so that it can fail, right? But again, when we talk out of excitement, we talk out of we happy, we so joyful about what it is that God has given us to do, right? And so when you do that, child of God, what happens is, again, you hinder the assignment, right? God don't tell us things to tell everybody, right? He doesn't tell us things to tell everybody what it is that he's told us to do, right? Now, I'm not saying sometimes you can't tell people, but you need to pray to God when God gives you an assignment, when God gives you something to do, or even just a worldly person, right? It's not wise to tell everybody what it is that you have planned, right? Again, people ain't happy for you. People are not happy for you. All it takes is a word of, that's so stupid. Why would they do that? That don't make sense. God ain't telling them to do that. That ain't going to work, right? And whatever that person spoke out of their mouth, because you talk so much, that thing right there, it begins to come after the assignment, or it begins to come after that thing that you have planned, right? Because you spoke too much. We got to stop telling everybody our business, right? Because it could be a setup. And a lot of times we talk. The very person that the enemy's using to find out what it is that you're doing, you just divulging information. You just telling them everything, right? The enemy like, this fool, he just telling me everything. I ain't got to even do much, right? Next thing you know, that person has come in and that person has come to sabotage, right? Next thing you know, before you start this thing, now you all afraid and you confused now. You don't know what to do anymore. And is this God, or could this be something that I'm thinking of? Or is this the devil that want me to do this? What is this thing? Now you done got confused, but now the enemy knows exactly what to attack. Right? Has anybody ever experienced that before? Right? The enemy will take that very idea that God gave you and he would throw it away. He'll make you throw it away. Right? You no longer interested in it. You no longer want to do it. Right? It's because the devil came and he stole it away. Right? He came and he stole it away. He came and stole it away. Right? But because of our big mouths, you guys, right? I got a scripture, you guys, right? This is the book of Proverbs 17 and 28, right? It says, even fools are thought to be wise when they keep silent, right? It says, with their mouths shut, they seem intelligent. Even somebody that is a fool, if your mouth is closed, you seem intelligent. Maybe you're not intelligent, but if your mouth closed, you seem to be intelligent, right? And a fool is one that talk. So when a fool is quiet, that one seems intelligent, right? Even fools are thought to be wise. They seem to be wise when you're quiet, even a fool. Did y'all catch that? So, child of God, you got to stop telling everybody your business. Stop telling everybody what it is that you plan on doing. Again, like I say, everybody's not happy for you. People waiting on you to tell them stuff, right? And when you tell them stuff again, everybody's not happy for you. So what they're going to do is they're going to hate on it. They're going to have people talking about it. They're going to talk bad about it with other people. You know, you can't put anything past anybody, right? So when I went to Nigeria, right? And I came back from Nigeria, 4 nights of revival, right? 3 nights revival. So when I came back, because I didn't tell anybody, it's like I came back and I got right back to the assignment that I was doing. And I know you guys saw that I wasn't really on here for a little bit, right? It's because I was doing something else, right? It's because God gave me a download. He gives me an idea. I do it. I don't talk about it. I don't tell everybody about it, right? And it's not a thing of, oh, he's afraid of what the devil's going to do, or he's afraid. No, but we have to use wisdom, you guys. God gives us wisdom. We have to use wisdom. And especially if God tells you not to be telling everybody what it is. And have you ever experienced this, right? You ever just was telling somebody something or talking, and you feel the Spirit of God just trying to tell you, be quiet, stop talking so much. Like you feel that. You feel the Spirit of God telling you not to say so much, but because of excitement, we override what it is that the Spirit of God is telling us to do, and we begin to talk too much. Next thing we know, it failed. It went away. We're no longer interested in doing it. Why? Because we got to stop telling everybody what it is that we have planned, because it could be a setup. Don't put anything past anybody. Don't put anything past anybody. But be very careful, child of God, with what it is that you are divulging, what information you're giving to people, right? And do you know that because I don't talk so much, now God knows I've had my fair share of talking too much and things did not work because of that. Right. And I believe I'm able to talk about this because of the experiences that I've had. So somebody else, maybe not, you don't have to go through it because someone's telling you that has been through it. Don't talk too much. Stop telling everybody your business. Keep things between you and God. Right. Or if God tells you to do it on your own. Right. But sometimes God will send somebody into your life to help you. But before you start working on that thing, before you get into this partnership, before you get into this business, even before you get into this relationship, right? Pray about it. Don't just be jumping into things, right? We got to be in the will of God, you guys. We got to be in the will of God, right? But if we talking and telling everybody everything that we got planned, do you think God can even trust you to give you more assignments, if you're going to tell everybody everything that he's giving you to do. You see what I'm saying? So when I go to Nigeria and I don't tell anybody, I do the assignment and I come back. Everything went smooth. Healing, deliverance, right? Soul saved. So when I do that and I get the mission accomplished and I get the assignment done and I come back and then I come back, I'm waiting for the next instruction. Father, what is it that you would have me to do? Let me know. Let me know, Lord. Let me know. I'm waiting on you. Let me know. And because I don't know what it is yet, I'm going to get back to doing what I've been doing, which is this. You see what I'm saying? Until I get another instruction. And 9 times out of 10, God is going to give me another instruction because he knows that he can trust me not to talk so much, that I'm going to just be about my Father's business, right? And a lot of you guys too, you jumped into things with people that like business decisions, and you jumped into things with people that God did not approve, right? You're working with people that God did not approve, that God did not send, right? A lot of times we think that this person could be sent to help with something, and it can look like it's God. It could be right on time. This person got the very skill that you need, right? I remember when I was doing this podcast, right? When I first started trying to put this thing together, it's been in the work for a long time, right? But I'm like, oh, I don't know how to edit. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do that. Like I was just clueless about how this thing worked, right? So I had somebody come in and they was sabotaging me the whole time. Oh, we're going to do this and I'm going to do that. I'm going to create this. We're going to do that. We're going to do this. But after a while went by, I realized that this person, like, it's like they delaying what I'm trying to do because they're not doing anything and just time is passing by, right? So sometimes you got to cut people off. If you feel that people are sabotaging you, people are slowing your process, people are hindering what it is that you're doing, even in business and ministry, whatever area, if you see somebody, they're showing you their color, right? And the whole time you catching it in your mind like, man, what's going on? Because the Holy Spirit is trying to convict you, but you think that this thing could be God, or you think that this thing, so you tolerate it and you put up with it for a while. And then in the end, you end up being hurt, right? So what God did, you guys, he had to sit me down, right? He had to show me how to edit. He had to show me how to do this recording and set up these microphones and all of these different things. But because I allowed somebody in, and it looked like God, this person got the very skill that I need, but I don't know how to do it. But still, God used that. Did you see this? Because I wasn't going to even learn this editing stuff. I wasn't going to learn how to use these microphones. I wasn't even getting none of this stuff. You see what I'm saying? So God used that. It's like what the enemy meant for evil. God got a way of turning it around and getting the glory for it, right? God got a way of turning it around and getting the glory for it, right? But again, enemy sent, hinder me. But again, what did I learn? I'm not going to be working with people unless I pray to God. And God, I need to hear from you. Like, I'm not going to say, oh, this looked like God. This could be God. This sound like God. Is right at the right time. And this my blessing right here. No, I'm going to pray. And if I don't hear from God, I'm going to wait until I hear. I don't care how long he takes to answer, but I'm going to wait. I'm going to pray and I'm going to wait. And if God says no, no matter how good this thing looks, no matter how successful this thing may seem like it's going to be, no matter how much this connection seems like it's of God, if God says no, then it's no, right? God knows beginning from the end. He knows what will happen if you get involved with this person. He knows what will happen if you get involved with this thing, if you partner with this person, if you start working with this person, if you start doing this thing. You see what I'm saying? So we can't like look and lean to our own understanding. Be not wise in your own eyes. Don't go by how you think a situation should be. Don't go by how you think something should turn out. No, be not wise in your own eyes. It says to trust in the Lord with all your heart, meaning Like, I don't care how this thing looks, right? I'm going to trust God because God gave me this. I'm going to trust that God gave me this. And he's the leader. He's the one that's going to guide. He's the one that's going to show me how this thing's supposed to work, right? So all my heart, like I can't trust in no other person. I can't even trust myself sometimes. Do y'all know we can't trust ourselves sometimes, right? That's why we need the leading. We need the guiding of the Spirit of God, because sometimes it's going to be things that isn't going to make sense, right? Like I said, you may think this is God. You may think this person is sent from God, but this person could be sent from the devil and it can look like God. Are y'all hearing this? Right? It could look like God. I mean, you know, the enemy is an imitator, right? He comes like an angel of light. So he gonna come to like that person that's just so happy, that person that's just supportive, that person that just wants to help. He ain't gonna come like the devil, because if he knows if he does that, then his cover's blown. You're not gonna mess around with the thing. You're not gonna mess around with the person. You're not gonna do anything. You're not gonna get involved. But when they come like a nice person, when they come like somebody that's just really interested and very, very calm and just want to really work this thing together and just want to partner with you. No, they see that you have something. They see that you have something. And this thing that you have, child of God, they would try to sabotage it, right? Because the enemy knows that whatever that thing is, it's going to prosper your life in some way. So the enemy's not going to just allow you to, okay, go ahead and do the will of God and go ahead and enjoy. Go ahead and walk on into your purpose and walk on into your destiny. I ain't going to bother you. Just go ahead and enjoy. No, he going to fight that thing tooth and nail. That's why we need the wisdom of God. You got to know when to do things. You got to know the timing of the Lord, right? You got to know what he's telling you to do, right? You got to know who he's telling you to do it with. If he is telling you to do it with anybody, right? So you have to know those things, child of God, right? Before we just start jumping into things, right? God wants to bless us. He wants to bless us. He wants to give us instructions. He wants to give us assignments, right? But a lot of times he can't trust us because we talk so much, right? We talk so much. We talk so much. And I don't know who this is for. This message wasn't even supposed to go like that, but because we talk too much, you guys, we talk too much. Sometimes you got to keep your mouth closed. Just keep your mouth closed, right? After that thing has manifested, whatever that thing is, after that thing after that thing is working and you're doing that thing, then you could tell people about it. And they're going to look like, why you didn't tell me you was doing that? I didn't even know you was doing that. I know I didn't tell you I was doing it. I know I didn't, because I don't tell people everything that I'm doing. Y'all see what I'm saying? That very person that says, you didn't tell me, why you didn't tell me what you was doing, could be one that the enemy will use to sabotage what it is that you're doing. Are y'all hearing this? I'm just saying, you guys, we got to be very careful, right? Because it could be a setup. We got to stop telling everybody what it is that we have planned, what we are doing, because it could be a setup, right? And stop jumping into things, right? Stop jumping into things without checking with the Lord, right? So yeah, you guys, just hear this word. Now, I don't know if you are maybe involved in something that you could be connected to the wrong person, or this thing is not working. It's just not working the way that it was planned, right? It could even be a relationship, but it's not working the way that it was planned, right? Something hindered it. Something got in there. It could even be the wrong person. It could have been the wrong timing. It could be a setup. Like it could be something that's hindering that thing, that's not working out the way that it's supposed to work, right? Ask yourself, did you pray about it? Did God give you confirmation, right? Did he? Or did you just jump into something? I'm just saying, you guys, think about it now. Think about it. Think about it. What could it be that you're involved in? Or what could it be that you're about to get involved in, right? And that thing is just not working the way that you had it planned, right? Did you pray about it? I'm just asking. Did you pray about it? If you prayed about it, God said, okay, then it's going to work. It don't matter what it looked like. But if you didn't pray about it and it's not seeming to work, it's probably not the will of God, child of God, right? Unless God gave you the download You doing that thing, you working on it. This is what I'm saying. When we get ideas, when we get things that we want to do, those things comes from God. They come downloads in our minds, and it gives us an interest to do a certain thing, right? Even ministers of God, right? It's an interest. It's something that God puts in your mind to do. But the enemy is going to fight against that thing that God puts in your mind to do, right? Because he wants to kill, steal, and destroy. His plan is to keep you from reaching purpose. His plan is to keep you from the assignment that God has given you to do, right? That's his whole plan. So if he can sabotage, if he can cause you to be afraid and cause you to be fearful and cause you to be nervous and cause you to be unsure and cause you to be confused about everything, then what he's doing is he's sending hindering spirits at you, right? Those things that are going to keep you from from doing it, right? He going to send confusion, right? He going to send spirit of sabotage, people to sabotage you. He going to send fear, make you afraid to do the very thing that God has given you. He's going to fight that, right? He's going to hinder that. He's going to send all kind of hindering spirits, child of God, to keep you from doing it. And a lot of time we don't do it. Now you done missed out on what it is that God wanted to do in your life. You done missed out on your next level, right? You done missed out on your breakthrough. I'm just saying, because first of all, we didn't pray about it, or we got somebody involved with it. You know, we just jumped into it. It's the wrong person. It wasn't God. It looked like God. It looked like God sent this relationship, right? It looked like God gave me this business idea, but we jumped into it. Are you hearing this? We jumped into it. And when you jump into it without God, it can't be no blessing on it. It can't be no blessing on it, right? You need God's approval. So y'all, we got to stop telling everybody what it is that God has given us to do, because it could be a setup.